Federal President Bola Tinubu has given his assent to bills establishing two new federal universities. The institutions are the Federal University of Technology and Environmental Sciences, Ekiti, and the Federal University of Agriculture and Development Studies, Iragbiji, Osun State. The announcement was made by Senate Leader Senator Opeyemi Bamidele following the signing of the two legislations of the State House, Abuja, on Thursday. In a statement released on Thursday titled "Now Secures Presidential Assent to Federal Universities in Ekiti, Osun," issued by the Directorate of Media and Public Affairs Office of the Senate Leader, Bamidele emphasized the critical role of the universities in national development. These universities will bridge the knowledge gap in science, technology, and innovation, promote environmental sustainability, and eliminate action and enhance agricultural innovation and food security in Nigeria, he stated. He described the presidential assent as a defining and significant milestone in the administration's efforts to tackle food insecurity and climate change challenges. Before the presidential approval, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has strongly recommended the establishment of both universities in a letter to the presidency dated 19 February. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. We talked about the Environmental Technology University, right, at Ogoni, and then we're having this new one being signed by the president for Osun and Ekiti State almost at the same time in the year. Do you think this is something that is actually necessary as it stands, though they have given their reasons for the establishment of these universities?
Yeah, it's a good one, and I commend the federal government for that efforts.
Okay.
Because you see, year in, year out, our children who write JAMB find it difficult to get admission because the number of people who are seeking admission to universities outweigh the number of universities Nigeria have. So the essence that it helps to have more universities is good. But then, government should not only focus on opening new universities and with all the promises they come with, but they should also focus on strengthening and equipping the ones we already have existing, so that the capacity of our university to train us, our children, and make us better equipped digital graduates should be seen, by the quality of graduates that we will see. So government should also channel similar energy. While it's important that we have more universities, because the ones we have are not enough, government should also focus more on making sure that these universities are well equipped to compete with their counterparts all over the world, so that at least when these bodies are rating universities, rate our own university, our university in Nigeria, public university should be rating among the first 3 in Africa, and among the first 10 in the world. So government should focus more on this University of Environmental Sciences, and the one on agriculture should be well developed and well equipped to train our students in the best and innovations in these areas of life, environment and agriculture. But government should also focus on making sure that the existing universities of agriculture and faculties of agriculture and environmental sciences that we have in other universities that are existing are also given the boost, so that they can also train our children, our students who are there, so that when they come out, they become products that are compliant to 2025. With all the innovations and the new technologies and artificial intelligence that are now in vogue. It's a good thing that we're having more universities. But what I'm going to urge all the government that are establishing new universities is that they should also focus on equipping and properly funding the existing ones, and not just funding them and allow the managers of those universities to siphon this money. No, put an eye to make sure that the universities that we have on ground are well equipped and well funded, so that they can be able to train our children in the latest innovations in whichever field of study that you can ever think of, as far as university education is concerned.
Okay, thank you on that, Barrister Ferdinand. Well, I asked a question if this was a necessary call, and you stated yes, that it is a good one because of the development and reasons that, there's rather few universities for most Nigerians, that the undergraduates are seeking to get admissions into the higher institutions. And then you stated how in ways of making sure that necessary steps are taken to put in place the universities to function well, like the ones that they have approved in Osun and Ekiti, and even the existing ones like you stated. We just made a mention, we just talked about the ASU strike situation, and then yes, it's not just about having a building, and then when you're not taking care of the ones, the staffs, that it's not about having all of these universities. And when this people that make the leaders of tomorrow through these universities are not well catered for, and then we notice that some universities are actually, most of them are dilapidated, having out-of-date classrooms, lots of things, poor infrastructure and all of that. Yes. We'll commend this. This is a good one for restart. Along the line, what is the maintenance policy that has been put in place? It's all about starting something you cannot finish well. When you start something, there should be necessary, adequate plans that has been set, that okay, this is how it will be run, for the period of time and all of that. It's not just about having the universities, put in place and things like that, if you may ask me.
Yeah, I think the agitations by the Nigerian lecturers, the ASU, it's not just only they don't only focus on their personal salaries or things. They have also been agitating for the upgrading and equipping of the university infrastructure and learning environment. It requires funding. So the funding they have been asking for is not usually for their own salary alone, even though that's part of the agitation, but mainly to invest more on the infrastructure and learning environment. When you have good infrastructure, it betters your learning process, and your productivity and output will definitely be positively impacted. So what the thing there is that what I'm saying is the government should not just fund the public universities more, but it should also focus on ensuring that the funds that go into this university don't get misappropriated and mismanaged by individuals who are managers, who are appointed, to manage and run and administer the universities. Because when you pump in billions into a university and you don't monitor to see that these billions are, or create a system that check and make sure that these monies are actually channeled to the reasons for which they are invested, see individuals who siphon this money, misappropriate them, and will get little or no result, and impact will be felt. So it's all about giving attention, to what should be important. So our leaders, the federal government, the state government of the state, should focus more on not just building new universities, but making sure that the existing ones are upgraded, not just once, every year, so that they will be in touch with renowned universities and centers of learning as we have across the world. Harvard has been there for over 40 years, if I'm not mistaken. Well, if you check the infrastructure at Harvard now, I'm sure if you check online, you see that they have the modern infrastructure and buildings and all of that that make them offer quality education and training to their students.
Okay, if I may ask, it's not about having the universities like we stated, which is a commendable one, like you have also said. What is the guarantee that most of the Nigerian students that go through this higher institution have job in the end? Because it's not just providing universities and everybody just goes through that school and come out unemployed. And because this issue has been, is it not necessary to sort out a particular sector first before going into opening more universities, if you may ask?
Let me tell you this. University education should not just be to produce those who are looking for jobs,
okay.
and those who are looking for who will put in the labor market. A university should be able to train somebody who will come out and become an employer of labor. If yes, of course.
Well, have there been necessary opening for that for anyone that comes out from the higher institutions?
If the universities are well equipped.
Okay.
An engineering student from University of Port Harcourt, for instance, should come up and start and become an employer, an engineer who is not looking for where just to work, but to also become an employer of labor. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And a chemical engineer should come out and start developing and inventing new products in the market.
Okay.
So that should be what should be focused here, not to produce food that will come out. Because if you look at it now, if it's because Nigerian university is more tending towards producing people who will come out to become job seekers. That's why you see an accountant working in a laundry firm as a cleaner, and where you see an engineer or a graduate of engineering, maybe chemical engineering, working as a cashier in the bank, because the Nigerian university system is tailored towards producing job seekers instead of job creators. So I think the Nigerian government should focus more on investing and equipping our universities so that when they train you, as for instance a chemical engineer, for instance, you are coming out, you are good in producing chemicals.
Okay.
So that you can produce chemicals and employ people to work from production. You get suppliers, and then chain of jobs are created where people can now work. Don't come out as a chemical engineer looking for where you work. So don't train a mechanical engineer and come out looking for where you work as a mechanic, as an engineer. So train people, when they come out, they acquire the skill with which the country and the economy can be developed.
But the Nigerian institutions, they have
more well equipped.
Yes, that's
why they tend more on teaching the theory, and these are part of the agitations by the lecturers that their universities are not more equipped. That is why most times our leaders, when they want to train their children, they send them abroad, and that is why you see our medical doctors train in Nigeria. They are usually subjected to further training abroad before they are allowed to. Yes, because if you check, our faculty of medicine may not have the necessary up-to-date equipment that are needed to train our students who are studying medicine. So government should rather focus more. Why it's good to produce and build new universities, focus more on ensuring that the universities that we have currently have enough equipment for training our children and our students who are in those universities. It is as important as opening new universities. If you see in River State, for instance, the former administration of Nyesom Wike created campuses, in the for campuses of River State University in about 4 different places, locations in River State. Perhaps to expand the capacity of the university to take in more. But I think their policy was more channeled towards building bricks and mortar than the human aspect that would have made it to run very well. And that's why I don't think those centers are running very well, because maybe they are not properly equipped, or rather in terms of human capacity needed. So government should not focus on creating universities, but focus on upgrading them infrastructurally and making sure the welfare of lecturers are well cared for, so that they will give the best their best output in terms of productivity and training for our children.
Thank you so much.